Hey friends, Heather here. Welcome back to the Build a Better Business video series. If you've just discovered these videos, I want to give you a special welcome. It is so great to have you. I hope you find these videos helpful in building the business of your dreams. I record a new video every week on topics to help you be more successful. So if you missed any, go on over to YouTube and check out all the previous episodes. Get all caught up. If you're new, or even if you've been around a little while, you might think this video series is all about taxes. That would be boring. I know I've been feeling that it's all about taxes lately, but it's not. This weekly video series is to give you loads of helpful information to build the business of your dreams. Even if you don't have one right now, it's still going to help you if you're planning one. I just happened to launch this in tax season, so never fear, there are more topics on tap. The last two episodes, they were really long. There was a lot of information I was covering, and even though they ended up way longer than I was aiming for, I still felt like there was still more information that I could have given you, but it's okay. I also don't want to completely drown you in information. I want it to be useful. I don't want you to feel like, too much, but hopefully you got what you needed and you found where to go to get more help. So with that in mind, I'm going to keep this episode shorter so we can get ourselves off to do the things we need to do for our business and ourselves. Don't forget self-care. So on to today's episode. We are at episode number 5. Last week, I started wondering if you were a DIY, do-it-yourself kind of person. So I'm continuing that trend this week. This week, we are going to talk about doing your own bookkeeping. So I'm imagining now, this is where you're all going to run away screaming. But no, stay with me, please. It's not that bad. Did you ever learn to balance your own checkbook? Or is that a little too old school? Nobody does that anymore. But it's really the same kind of idea. If you know how to add, subtract, maybe a little multiplying, dividing, you don't even have to do it by hand. Everybody's phone has a calculator. Then you can, at the very least, understand your own financial records. It is a super invaluable skill when you run your own business. Some people never look at their financial reports. If they look at them at all, maybe it's just at this time of year, tax time. If that's you, then you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Your financial information has so much stuff in it. Why do I think doing a regular review of financial records is important? Well, I'm going to tell you. The big reason is that your financial records contain some seriously significant information about the health of your business. They can help you see trends. They can help you highlight areas you might need to put more effort in. So maybe there's something going downhill that you need to stop, or there's something going uphill that you need to boost because it's good. Financial records let you see your cash flow. They let you know if you need to advertise more, if you need to advertise less, do you need more space, less space. They just show you where your business is heading. It's like a crystal ball into your business, but without all the woo-woo. So yes, the information is super helpful, but make sure you get what you need, it needs to be understandable, relevant, reliable, and comparable. So I'm going to talk about those things. Understandable, pretty obvious. If you know how to read your financial statements, great. If you don't know how to read your financial statements, you don't understand them, it's not going to be helpful. But sometimes, come on, it's not you. Sometimes it's how the information is presented. If you've hired someone else to prepare your financial statements, communicate with them on what kind of information you need and what you're looking for. Check their credentials to make sure they have the training to provide you with what you need, because if it's not understandable, it's not going to help you. You're not going to be able to make decisions. Next, relevant. I'm also going to refer to this as timely. If you only look at your financial statements once a year and there were significant things happening back earlier in the year, you've lost an opportunity there. That is gone. It's over. It's too late to do anything about it. And it could, again, maybe something good was happening, maybe something bad was happening, but either way, you lose an opportunity if you don't look at your statements on a regular basis. So you don't have to be Warren Buffett to understand your financial statements. You already have an intimate knowledge of your business. The financial statements are just the concrete numbers to help you evaluate what's actually going on instead of what's going on in here. Reliable. So you want to be able to rely on the information, obviously. as it's complete and it's free from errors. So the way accounting is structured to eliminate some of the simple mathematical errors you might get, especially if you're trying to figure it out on the back of a napkin. An accounting system will take care of a lot of those mistakes. Doesn't mean they can't happen, which is why definitely if you hire someone, check their credentials. And you want to make sure also that if you hire someone, give them everything they need to be able to prepare your information, right? And if you're doing it yourself, one, you want to understand the basics of it, and two, make sure you put a system in place that'll help you make sure you avoid errors. More on that later. So what I'm saying is your financial statements are you're going to use those to help you make business decisions. So you want to make sure they're correct, right? So last, definitely not least, comparable. Some people don't think of this one. So what does it mean? If you've been in business for a period of time, it's comparing one period to another, basically. So you want to make sure that you're making forward progress, or if you're falling behind, you want to catch that. So you can compare individual months. So let's say January 2019 to January 2020. I know when I usually get to January and February, I feel like, oh, it's so slow. That's never been this slow. But your mind can play tricks on you. If I go to my financial records, I pull out January last year, I pull out January this year, I can see if it is actually slower, and I can choose to do something about it. If I feel like, oh, it's actually in line, so I know it'll pick up, then I'm okay. Or maybe it's not. Also, it's helpful to compare within a year. So say August to December. So typical massage clinic, August is pretty slow. And then summer vacations are over, school starting, and then November and December, of course, it goes up to crazy because people are trying to get those last minute massages to use up their benefits. So you could maybe rely on your knowledge of, oh yeah, it always happens this way, or maybe look at your calendar and go, oh yeah, I can see there's appointments booked. But if you had the actual financial results in front of you over different years comparing, you could see what the trends are, and you could see, was December last year the same as December this year? I mean, it's interesting to watch those trends within year over year and within a year, because maybe you need to decrease staff, increase staff, do more advertising, do less advertising. Anything that you need to make a decision on, but you won't know if you don't have the information. Have I convinced you yet? Well, if I have, excellent. If not, there is another great use for financial information. There is all that stuff I just mentioned, but how about rather than just run your business and pay the bills and hope for the best, how about planning? Where do you want your business to go in the next year, or 2 years, or 5 years, or why not even 10 years? How big do you want your business to get? How much revenue do you want to make from your business in a year? If you've never thought about these things, why not? Would you leave home on a road trip and not at least map out the direction you were going to drive? How far maybe you wanted to get in each day? How long it was going to take you to get to where you wanted to go? That's the same idea for running your business. Why wouldn't you map out, this is where I am, this is where I want to go. Figure out how I'm going to get there. This is where your timely, accurate, understandable, comparable financial information, this is where it's going to rock you. So using that road trip analogy, let's say you were going to take the 400 and go up north, but there was an accident or construction and an accident or everything because it's the highways in Toronto. But so you got diverted to another road. So we had our map with us. We're good. We can recalculate. We're going to take this route over here. We're going to adjust our speed, maybe with a little more advertising, maybe a few back roads to avoid some slowdowns. Maybe we find a newer and better route to where we're going, but we're still heading in that same direction. So your financial information is that information you need to see if you're still on your map and you need to adjust. Maybe you need to just change your destination. Who knows? You can adapt your plans, but this is where we want to go. This is where we are, right? So hopefully by now I've convinced you that knowing your information, your financial information is important, at least being able to understand it. If you decide to do it yourself, once you get a good system up and running, it doesn't take that long. And then you've got even more knowledge of how your financials are doing. If you decide you want to try it for yourself, next week's episode, DIY some more, we're going to be talking about financial accounting programs. That's what I'm saying, to track your finances. And if I have managed to convince you that this is an area you want more training in, you are in luck, my friend. I am about to open the doors on my latest online course, Just the Basics, which is accounting for non-accountants. I'll give you everything you need to know on how to do your own financial statements, interpret them, what kinds of decisions might come out of that review, how to plan your roadmap of where you want to go. I'm going to include a link below for you to head on over and check out the details. It's going to be once a week, and it's going to include actionable items so you can implement stuff right away in your own business. Sound good? Sound good. That's it for me this week. Get ready for next week's episode. As I mentioned earlier, the DIY theme will continue. It's hopefully going to inspire you to take some active involvement in the admin side of your business. It will help you be more successful. It's definitely worth the investment of your time, and the payback of that investment is the best part. As always, my friends, I love hearing your ideas and questions and comments, so feel free to drop me a line, stick a comment in the box. Until next week, I'm Heather. My business is Prosperity Flow Coaching. I'm working to help people who help people. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great week.